happen, I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good, really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants.
Errol Spence Jr. has finally broken his silence after joining Terence Crawford's camp ahead of the massive showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Speaking for the first time since teaming up with his former rival, Spence praised Crawford's discipline, work ethic, and sharp mindset heading into the biggest fight of his career. Their unlikely alliance has shocked the boxing world, showing a new level of mutual respect and a shared mission to make history.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight. And I'm going to win the fight. It's simple as that.
That's you. About if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo.
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Crawford is taking a huge gamble to etch his name in history, jumping 2 weight classes to challenge Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight crown on September 13, 2025. The fight is already being called one of the biggest in modern boxing. But when asked about a potential rematch with Spence Jr., Crawford was blunt. He shut the door immediately, making it clear he's not interested.
It could happen, I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
You know,
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
So recently, Errol Spence just backed Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez in the upcoming fight September the 13th. And now you got a whole lot of people making a whole lot of noise about it, which is crazy because if y'all remember, Errol Spence, he's been calling out Canelo Alvarez for years. Remember when Canelo Alvarez was still at 160, Errol was saying that he'll move up to 160 just to fight Canelo Alvarez. I guess because he's seen something in Canelo that he can exploit. And being as though that Terence beat the shit out of Errol Spence last year, I guess he felt like he can do the same thing to him too.
Bernard Hopkins weighed in, stressing the toll Crawford's previous domination of Spence took. He said it was like 3 fights crammed into one night, and it took 4 out of Spence. Hopkins, speaking from experience, explained how a beating that brutal can quietly strip away years of a boxer's prime even if the damage doesn't show right away.
Terence Bud Crawford is aiming for a Canelo Alvarez clash at 168 to become undisputed for a 3rd time in a 3rd weight division, something that has never been done. They're talking about Canelo Alvarez's 2 fights this year in May and September is going to be potentially versus Jamal Charlo and Terence Crawford in September on the back end. You know, for Canelo, of course, we want to see him fight David Benavidez, David Morrell, dig what I'm saying? But, so I know, this might not be what y'all want to see from Canelo, but for Terence Crawford, I like the idea. It looks like Errol Spence is going to do other things as opposed to fighting Terence Crawford in a rematch. So Terence Crawford in the gym right now, getting ready, staying prepared. And I would like to see him challenge himself versus Canelo. He done did everything else in the sport. And I mean,
Shakur Stevenson didn't hold back on his prediction. He believes not only can Crawford beat Canelo, but he might even stop him. Stevenson has long argued that Crawford's ring IQ, southpaw versatility, and underrated power give him the edge. In his words, Bud's going to cook Canelo. He sees Crawford's adaptability as the key to turning what looks impossible into one of boxing's greatest upsets.
Crawford. Billy Crawford, even though, fought twice, throughout the year, Crawford,
But look who he beat.
Undisputed.
Look who he beat. Look who he beat. What he did to Spence and how he did it. That's 3 fights to me. And it took 4 fights out of Spence, right? I'm a fighter, so I can tell you when you get punished like that.
Yeah, I was there ringside watching the fight.
It takes a few years out of you. Don't see the years right now, but it sort of takes something out of that person going forward. They still can beat some fights, but it really put a bruise on them. You didn't see Spence fight yet, did you?
No.
Did you hear him name opponent for him to potentially fight? It's been quiet.
Actor and martial artist Michael Jai White, who once played Mike Tyson on screen, is also backing Crawford. In his eyes, Canelo is no clear favorite. White compared the matchup to Canelo's fight with Mayweather, believing Crawford's speed and awkward style could help him outpoint Canelo the same way Mayweather did, even with Canelo's improvements over the years.
I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
Boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's physically kind of big, but height-wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so, no.
Corey, have you got a decision established? Because Bradman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop him.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud could crack too. So.
Former champion Antonio Tarver gave a measured take. He believes Crawford absolutely has the skills to beat Canelo, but only if he can absorb Canelo's power at 168 pounds. Tarver pointed out that Crawford has every advantage in speed, accuracy, and ring IQ, but the unanswered question is whether he can withstand the physical punishment of a true super middleweight.
Canelo versus Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Do you feel that Canelo's gonna win?
No.
Really?
No.
So you would put your money on Crawford?
Yes.
You'd make money. Just put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Crawford's going to beat him?
Because Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who is amazing. Canelo has he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think he's as fast as Crawford. And I think Crawford is just a little step ahead as far as movement is concerned. And so I think it's going to be Mayweather, Canelo Part 2. That's what I think. Crawford ain't gonna knock him out, but I don't know if Canelo's gonna land very solidly on Crawford. Canelo's way better now, but I still think there's an edge. It won't necessarily be exactly like that, but I think he'll edge him out point-wise. All you need is that little bit of an edge, and I think Crawford has that.
Israel Madrimov, who lost to Crawford in 2024, sees things very differently. He predicts Canelo wins, most likely by decision, citing size as the ultimate factor. Madrimov admits Crawford has the brains and experience, but insists the gap at 168 is too big to ignore. If it's 12 rounds, maybe Crawford. But at 168, I think it's Canelo, he said.
Terence gotta be Terence, bro. He's a real deep thinker. He processed fights like nobody else. And he's processed this Canelo fight. He's seen it. He went through it 2 or 3 times already. He knows how this ends. You can tell the way he shadow boxes. He visualizing Canelo being right there in front of him. You understand? Look at the movement. That's all you got to do. Look at the movement. And that's the type of master boxer that Canelo is going to be facing. And the only thing I say is Canelo hasn't faced an opponent like this in a long time. You know what I mean? I think Canelo's going to have to go back to the Caleb Plant fight and look that good, that active, that, you feel me, moving with that type of grace to beat Terence Crawford. because weight ain't gonna make the difference. It ain't gonna be the weight. It's gonna be the skill set.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who's faced both men, sees it as an easy night for Crawford. Khan praised Bud's footwork, accuracy, and slick defense, saying Crawford is far harder to hit than Canelo ever was.
If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think.
Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, what do you think about that fight if they did fight? Looks like it's up for September.
Good fight. You know, if 168 pounds, I think it's Canelo, but it's Canelo better technique because 50-50. If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think. If knockout, it's Canelo.
What makes Crawford so difficult to fight against?
He has power, smart, in more practical.
He has more experience. He's very experienced.
Khan added that while Canelo still carries dangerous power, Crawford has timing and precision on his side. In his view, Canelo isn't the same fighter he was in 2016, and as long as Crawford avoids the big shots, he wins easy.
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good fight.
I fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and is easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you can see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So, look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for a fight?
Joe Rogan also threw his support behind Crawford. He called Bud the best switch hitter in the sport, able to seamlessly flow between orthodox and southpaw while keeping his ring IQ intact. Rogan admitted his only concern, size. "I just hope Crawford's big enough, because Canelo hits really hard," he said.
Canelo, is it so substantially bigger than all the other fights?
It was like ×4.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
×3, 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
It's crazy money.
He's such a draw,
so
isn't
when that deal was put to me, and I was like, it was about like 11M.
Oh, wow. I didn't even want to talk to them.
11, 12 college.
We appreciate that for the second.
Absolutely, yeah.
11, 12 million, yeah. So when you look at that, you think, if I had to look at it this way, if I had to fight, I have to fight Danny Garcia, Kotelnik, Zab Judah, Peterson, and maybe like a Greco, 5-5.
All to make that much dough.
No, I think, and that's not it's not the fight that's hard. It's the training camps.
Yeah.
So when you get an opportunity like that, you're gonna take it because you know that it's only one fight. Whereas instead of you taking 5 fights, now Canelo knocked me out, fine, not me with one shot. You know what I mean? But you probably take more damage.
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas firmly backs Crawford. To Atlas, Crawford's adaptability, speed, and experience at welterweight and junior middleweight have prepared him for this leap. He compared Crawford's brilliance to Sugar Ray Leonard, calling him special, even more special than Canelo.
I think is really interesting, the Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting, fascinating.
How does Crawford compete with that size? Crawford's leapfrogging. He goes to super middleweight.
47 to 54 and now to 68.
And the Madrigal fight in 54 is a difficult fight.
Yeah, so who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock you.
1000%.
I also think Canelo is slowing down, and Canelo is more of a one-punch fighter now than the combination fighter he was when he was.
Oscar De La Hoya, however, isn't sold. While acknowledging Crawford's ambition and mastery, he questioned whether Bud has the power and durability to survive Canelo's pressure past the midway rounds. De La Hoya also blasted the fight's staged press conferences, calling them fake drama and demanding the fans get a real war, not a promotional circus.
He's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring. You know what's laughable also? Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space. Has no stable of boxers. He didn't negotiate. And is being handed this fight on a silver platter and called promoter. He's the trust fund baby of boxing. That's it. The trust fund baby of boxing. And get this. The fight will take place during the day on September 13th in Las Vegas. During the day. So Canelo will fight during the day on Netflix just to accommodate UFC Noche later that evening on a different network. So does that mean this fight isn't important? Do they not give a about the fans or viewership? Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend? And UFC with a roster of names I've never heard of is going on prime time. Cinco de Mayo. He's fighting in Riyadh and now he's fighting during the day on the biggest weekend in boxing. Yeah, Canelo will fight anywhere. Anytime he's told because he doesn't give a all he cares is about the money. Doesn't give a fans.
IBF welterweight champ Jaron Boots Ennis sees danger in Crawford's decision to jump 2 weight classes. He suggested Crawford should have tested the waters at 161st. Canelo's been knocking out big guys, Crawford's smaller, Boots warned. He emphasized that Canelo's strength and proven dominance at 168 make him the logical favorite unless Crawford sharpens up with a tune-up fight first. Meanwhile, Canelo has gone full beast mode in training. Fans were stunned by his shredded physique in camp built from brutal morning runs, explosive circuits, core conditioning, and sparring with Olympic standout Errol Spence Jr. His preparation has even left his own team shaken.
I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be driving these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, the feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should, just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff. Right?
Fans are split. Many trashed Canelo's last fight against William Skull as a snoozefest, calling it garbage and questioning whether this mega fight is overhyped. Crawford's bulked-up frame has also drawn skepticism. Will he lose speed at 168? Social media is buzzing with memes mocking the press conference shove as staged. Still, plenty remain hyped, debating whether Crawford's agility or Canelo's strength will carry the night.
Canelo is so predictable, dude. You know a hook is coming. You know when the right hand is coming. You know he's going down to the body. He gives it away. There's a tell with him. There really is. And it's usually off the high guard. He comes in, he marches forward, then Crawford's gonna be able to see all of that. He's too knowledgeable inside the ring. His IQ is too high.
If he can avoid the shots, avoid the big bump, and not get knocked out, he can outbox Canelo. It doesn't matter. He don't have to knock him out. He can outbox him, outpoint him. So that's my opinion, bro. That's what I think.
So, what do you think about Spence Jr.'s take on the fight? Can Crawford really take down Canelo at 168? Drop your predictions in the comments below.